Hey Maniacs, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to Mythos Paranormal. Again, a lot of you guys seem to really dig the reactions I do to this guy. I think this guy is a classy dude. I think he's a respectable dude. Today he's going to be doing another Mackie and Amanda video. So this should be very interesting. A lot of you guys know I don't watch a lot of Mackie and Amanda. I watch a lot of Overnight, Twin Paranormal, and Sam McColby, but just not Mackie and Amanda. I tried to get into their content one time and it didn't win me over. It just was not for me. You know, some content creators are just not for me, and I'm not meaning this in an offensive bashing kind of way. A lot of you guys also know that I have been slowly kind of fading away when it comes to trusting and believing in Amanda, the medium, from Sam and Colby's videos. That's how I got introduced to her, and then I started checking her out even more, and there's just so much here that really does not make a whole lot of sense when it comes to Amanda, and there are generally some people who truly believe that Amanda is legit, and if you do, that's fine, you can stick with that. After this whole Satori and Cody thing, Amanda really was, like, in question for me. I'm not sure where her career is going to go in the next several years, if people are still going to be watching, or if they're going to be even caring to watch anymore. It's just hard for me to really know. But we're going to go ahead and dive into the video, guys, and I'll give you my thoughts during and after the video.
We're Mackie and Amanda. I'm Mackie.
I'm Amanda, and we're the Spooky Boos.
And I am Mythos. And I've got to warn you, everybody, you might actually lose some brain cells in this video because what we're going to look at is very freaking silly.
Oh, really? Brain cells? I don't think I can lose any more. Not after that whole Cody and Satori situation.
Just before we get into this, though, I'll tell you what, everyone. Just like that Cody and Satori debunk I did, I only did that after the first video I said they were fake. Their fangirls came at me. This is the same. I shown a video of Amanda clearly lying.
God, the professionalism here is just unbelievable. For me personally. Yeah, that's something I get a lot, man. It doesn't matter what group of paranormal investigators. I get a massive amount of the insanely... Some of these fans, they won't even, like, acknowledge or even open up their minds to the acceptance or the possibilities, of fakery ever happening in some of their favorite content creators' videos. It's not ruining their career, guys. These people are going to be just fine. They are gonna be okay. Depending on how, like, they respond to stuff like this, and maybe if they come off a little bit aggressive, then maybe that might be open for alarm for them to be, like, you know, looked at in a different light. I started noticing that Twin Paranormal are starting to get really on the defensive a little bit when it comes to people making debunking videos. One of their biggest excuses is that they're nice people. And on one hand, it's like, even if you're a nice person, that does not automatically, like, exclude you from faking. You can be a nice person and still fake. Mainly, I think, Ryan on his Twitter. And look, there are some very harsh debunkers out there. I'm not going to name any names. Like, they will literally, like, call these guys names and stuff and make fun of them. And they actually do go after them. It's not like I can't see either side. I can see where Twin Paranormal's coming from, where you have this, like, random people just coming out and, like, insulting the way you look and stuff like that. That is kind of a bothersome thing. Like, you don't need to go after the person's looks, because that is bullying. I'm sorry. Like, that, yes, going after someone's looks on video, that's bullying. I go after what is being presented to me. But yeah, no, some of these fans, man, and you can tell they're really hardcore fans because most of the people that come after you are named things like Sam and Colby fanboy, or, like, you know, Colby Brock, I love you, or things like that. Like, they will literally try to destroy you. They also, like, say things to you like you're not open-minded, which is very hypocritical. I watch a lot of Sam and Colby. I'm a fan. I watch a lot of Twin Paranormal. I'm a fan. I watch a lot of Overnight. I like Overnight. I'm a fan, right? I love The Boys. I watch The Boys. I'm a fan. So, like, I do say these things, and yes, I do acknowledge these things, but that doesn't mean I don't also like to point out things that they might over-exaggerate, or maybe things that might come off a little suspicious. Not every fanboy or not every fangirl is going to defend them on everything. I've noticed that really come after me specifically, when I say anything negative or anything that could possibly be looked at as, like, a way to just kind of say something about Sam and Colby or anything, are, like, either they are teenage girls or they are older women who really think they have a shot with Sam and Colby, insulting me, saying, how dare you say this, that, and this. I have had people screenshot actual posts from Sam and Colby fan groups of them bashing me over a slight opinion I had over that door shutting, or like the Hell Week series that came out and how I started changing my mind about Satori and Cody. Coming at me for an opinion I had. It is what it is, but let's go ahead and continue. I'm sorry, guys. I went on a full-on rant.
And all you fangirls and fanboys came at me, clearly without even watching the video. Keep going if you want, but every time you just insult me, I'll just
Dude, I gotta point out again. Yeah, no, you make a good point. Yeah, they don't even watch the full video. That's all they want to focus on are the moments of like actual trying to debunk or saying things that don't make sense that could even in their own mind be just a fucking insult to Sam and Colby. I say Sam and Colby a lot. You've noticed that. I say Sam and Colby a lot because that's where most of the negativity comes from. I don't know what it is. Not even Twin Paranormal gets that level of like straight up just insanity when it comes to the fan bases. And I'm not trying to sit here and bash the Sam and Colby community, but there's a lot of toxicity in that community. Like when I say toxicity, I mean there are people who will try to stick a knife into your back if you even just remotely say like, "Oh, Sam says oh my god a lot." Well, who are you to say that he said, and then they just lose their mind. It's like, it is crazy with that community sometimes. And I love a good fan base. I love passion behind, what you love. And you clearly love Sam and Colby. I like Sam and Colby. I have Explore merch. I watch all their content. But I'm still allowed to say how I feel about certain things, right? If they came out fake tomorrow, would I still watch them? Probably. I'd watch them for entertainment purposes. Would I trust anything they say ever again? Probably not. I know people are like, stop bringing up Sam and Colby and stop, throwing them under the bus. It's like, well, to be honest, out of all the communities I have been a part of, their community is probably one of the more toxic ones. All communities have toxicity in them. But theirs is like
showing that your heroes are fake. I also thought it was hilarious that I was getting called sad for making that video by people with usernames like Amanda Ray is my hero. The truly sad thing
that's
is
exactly
I've
it.
probably watched more Mackie and Amanda than those fangirls. I think if you showed me a thumbnail, I could tell you
you said you were a big fan,
from
right?
that video.
Get a life.
Get a life.
So, you think I enjoy calling people out that I like?
No, I don't either. That's the thing. I don't either. I fucking calling this shit out either. When I see it, I see it. And that's the issue. I say something if I see it.
Normal Nightmare TV video. I was beyond respectful to those guys in that video. Their little fangirls came at me who clearly didn't even watch the video. So all I'm saying is to you fanboys and fangirls is just be careful, because I am petty. Piss me off and I'll just go harder. Because you pissed me off in that video, I've got a video on Paranormal Nightmare TV ready to go now, which clearly shows they're staging and faking, and they cannot deny it. They're fake. So
and they
anyway,
can't deny it.
I seen this video on Mackie and Amanda ages ago, and I knew in my head, okay, it was in a motel
he's saying,
room.
okay, before we get into this, and I paused this thing like 700 times now, so I apologize, Mythos. I know it's probably going to annoy a lot of people, but he's saying this shit, and it's going to make you lose brain cells. So we're going to see what he has to say. We're going to see what he caught, and I'm not trying to disprove the possibilities and the existence of actual mediums and psychics. Obviously, I'm not trying to do that, so please go into this with just me only acknowledging Amanda as possibly a faker. I just don't know anymore because there's so much here. There's so much that there's so much that keeps getting brought up. It does, yes. When all this stuff starts getting brought up more and more and more, and more questions are being given instead of answers, yeah, you start questioning those people. It's like, how empathic or how in tap are you into this really? How much are you really into this? Do you really believe most of the things that you say?
It was on a bed, there was a wall, and I was looking through their videos for that. Do you know how many times they just sit on beds in investigations in a motel room? I mean, what am I doing with my life? I might just start booking out hotel rooms, talk to flashlights and cat balls, and become rich. So in this room, they place down the REM pod over
Why
there.
not?
It starts to beeping, so they focus their attention over on that part of the room.
What the fuck is that? Mackie, wave your hands.
What?
There's a shadow on the ground that's neither of ours. I'm waving my hand. Put your camera on me right now. I'm waving my hand. It's gone. It's completely gone.
Mackie just unknowingly debunked Amanda by actually doing that, because when she did move her camera...
Okay, I'm sorry, Mythos. I'm going to go back there and try to get my own opinion really quick about this.
It's completely gone.
I've never seen this video before. To be frankly honest with you, I tried to get into their content. I watched the Stanley Hotel video, and it bored the fuck out of me. This is no offense to their channel. Obviously, they have a lot of success with their ghost hunting, but yeah, just not for me. Okay, here's the shadow, right there. It kind of looks like the blanket right here, doesn't it? Like the little bit of blanket that's kind of upwards a little bit. That's what it kind of looks like, and she's over here.
What the fuck is that? Mackie, wave your hands.
Wait, the shadow is moving with this shadow right here. I think it's this thing. I think this thing is making the shadow, and it's her with the light that is making it move.
There's a shadow on the ground that's neither of ours. I'm waving my hand. Put your camera on me right now.
Look how
I'm waving my...
Dude, she's so serious too. She is so serious. If you're a medium, I think you would know, right? You would probably know if this is not a normal shadow, wouldn't you? Maybe not in every situation, but you would think.
My hand. It's gone. It's completely gone.
Mackie just unknowingly debunked Amanda by actually doing that, because when she did move her camera, obviously the direction of her light moved and the shadow disappeared.
I'm waving my hand. It's gone. It's completely gone.
Yep. Wow.
Oh my god. Do you see why I'm saying you're
that's
gonna lose
embarrassing.
brain cells? I can't believe we have to explain this. Now we get Mackie's
That actually
viewpoint.
is embarrassing.
What the fuck is that? Mackie, wave your hands.
What?
There's a shadow on the ground that's neither of ours. I'm waving my hand. Put your camera on me right now. I'm waving my hand. It's gone. It's completely gone.
What?
When she faced...
This next bit just shows how your mind can play tricks on you, and you
To be honest, this looks like the same shadow. Am I mistaken? Okay, see this thing right here? This is what I think made the shadow.
Right now.
And
I'm waving my hand. It's gone. It's completely gone.
Where?
And isn't that it right here? But because she moved, now it's right here. It used to be over right here, right? Yeah, that's where the shadow used to be. But now that she moved, it's right here. It looks like the same shadow. Yeah, and it was up against this thing. That actually, I won't lie to you, that is actually embarrassing. That is a really embarrassing, yeah.
This next bit just shows how your mind can play tricks on you, and you can make things up in your head to fit the story or whatever you think you've seen. Also, when you're in that environment where you think the place is haunted, you're going to try and talk to some spirits, how silly things like this can be mistaken for something else. I've even been thinking about my past experiences, like, damn,
yeah, me too.
I wish I had them on video so I could review them, because I'm even starting to doubt myself.
Like, that was so crazy. Like, it looked like something...
Yeah,
Like,
if that's not the truth, man, I genuinely, I've been thinking about my own experiences a lot lately. Now, there are some actual things that, yeah, just can't be explained, even if I had it on footage. I mean, if I had it on footage, people would probably be shitting their pants anyways. Those are the kind of experiences I've had. I remember we were out in the woods, and something actually followed us back to town, and we actually heard it moaning in the middle of town. Yeah, it wasn't an animal or anything like that, because it was moaning long before we were even trying to head home, and we did not see any sign of any animal. And it certainly was not an animal. It sounded like a guy moaning. It was pretty unsettling. And that shit stuck with me it stuck with me for so long. Because my friend Michael was with me, and he heard it too. And I was like, hey, man, do you hear that? And, like, you need to be quiet. Like, literally listen. And he heard the moaning, and he was like, holy shit. Because we heard that out in the woods, and it, yeah, followed us right into town. It was actually insane.
Even a full figure. It looked like it was crouched down like this, you know what I mean?
That is embarrassing.
But it looked like child size. Like, even me crouched down like this, as tight as I could be, is too big. But it also looked like its head was tucked, like it
was pointed.
But you could. That's exactly what it looked like.
I hate that.
And I didn't get a bad feeling.
Okay.
But it was like unbelievable footage where I'm like, I was like, I have to keep like.
Can you talk?
All of the shadow figures she supposedly does see, but when she actually
it was pointed,
sees a shadow figure, she is literally speechless.
And it's on camera?
Yes. And you can see her almost moving in the shadow. Like, you can see the shadow moving in the shadow. Like, you can see the shadow.
Whoa, Amanda. What are you doing? What kind of video is this?
That was crazy. Do you just want to see it? Really?
I just got what he was referring. Oh man, I'm such an idiot.
Yes.
I can count on one hand the amount of times they've reviewed footage of one of Amanda's shadow figures. If she sees them all the time, how is she so positive this one was actually caught on camera? Do you see what I'm saying? Why don't they check the footage back on every shadow figure she mentions? That's because this was a real shadow of a bed cover.
Yep.
Okay, so they show it one
really,
more time.
It was pointed like the bed cover. I could have probably seen that immediately if I was investigating. I'd be like, it's pointed just like the freaking bed cover right here. That's the first thing I'd be looking at, is the bed. And what could be sticking up that could be making that. I've done it in my own house. I would do it there too. That is actually embarrassing. For somebody who has been paranormal investigating for a couple years now, with like people like Sam and Colby and stuff, you would think that they would at least go back to the footage and actually point that out. But they didn't. Gosh almighty. And on top of that, she's not even like me. She is actually someone who claimed to be a medium. Somebody with the ability to see spirits. And she could not tell the difference between a real shadow and a spiritual shadow. That kind of blows my mind a little bit.
But we'll look at it one more time. And just look in the mirror when Mackie
Just being honest.
moves her light, how the shadow moves. Again, I'm sorry, guys, that this is what we're actually talking about. This is so
Don't be
stupid.
sorry. And honestly, I don't watch a lot of Mackie and Amanda. The last time I watched them was probably about a year ago. Their channel is just not for me. I hate to say it, guys. I know a lot of people are probably going to be disappointed with me saying that. But I don't watch a lot of them because their channel bores me. I watched one video. I watched two videos. I watched two videos of Mackie and Amanda. I watched a Stanley, and I can't remember the other one. But I watched two videos of theirs. And then I watched them collaborate with Sam and Colby. Sam and Colby, I think, were probably the most entertaining part of that video. Of course, they were. But yeah, I just can't get into them. Now, there's probably people out there who love this channel, like Mythos here. He says you love them. He probably still does. I'm not sure, but I just can't get into them.
All right, guys, so there is Mackie with her light, and you can even see in this next shot that there is a shadow of the bed, the straight line. And I'll tell you what I'll do.
It's the
I'll
same
move
thing.
That cover on top of the shadow so you can see it's the same shape. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Everyone without
That's
a doubt
bad.
you can see that
That's bad.
shadow crouched and walking.
This is number one.
Oh my God, she really believes this was a child walking. Amanda, I'm sorry. I really mean no disrespect. That is actually embarrassing.
Bullshit.
Oh, I was just gonna ask.
Sorry that I opened my mouth to say someone's by the REM pod.
This happens so...
That does happen so often. That is aggravating, actually. That part right there really aggravates me because that's exactly what I'm talking about. She always does that. Where something happens in the room and she's like, I was just about to say. When shit like that happens, I don't buy it, okay? The point of actually trying to determine whether you're a psychic medium or not is like when it happens beforehand, before it actually happens. Not after it happens, before it happens, right? That's what I look for. I don't look for when something does happen and then someone tries to take the credit, and that I do not buy that. That, to me, that makes no fucking sense. That, to me, that does not win me over on what you claim to be. I was just about to say that he was standing next to the REM pod.
so much. Amanda is always just about to say something.
I
so
hate
I'll
that.
tell you what, if any of you fangirls come into the comments on this one, kicking off, you're only just going to spur me on to make a compilation of her almost saying
Please
stuff
do it.
and then claiming that she told you that's
Dude,
what
I don't
she
think-
said. So please.
I don't think I would physically be able to survive if I saw a compilation of all the times she has said, I was just about to say that. Oh, boy.
Come at me.
I opened my mouth to say someone's by the REM pod and only got someone's back.
I know.
I could even finish.
What do you mean before you could even finish? You've literally just said you were about to open your mouth. As in it happened before you even said anything. Jesus.
I opened my mouth to say someone's by the REM pod.
That's
So
bad.
just before we go, in case there are still people out there claiming that that shadow was a spirit. If you are, freaking wake up. But here's another clip of them shining their light and creating more shadows around that area. Whoa, that is a huge shadow spirit crawling along there. Bloody hell. Well, everyone, sorry to put that on you, but I just thought that was worth looking at. Thanks for sticking
was,
around.
man.
If
I was
you're not
very-
subscribed,
thank you.
What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, this guy's almost to 6,000 subs, dude. You're killing it, dude. Dude, you know how long it took me to even get to fucking 500 subscribers? And the fact that you're almost there already and you've only been making videos for like a month or so? Yeah, you've been making videos for only a month and you're almost to fucking 6,000 subscribers. Your content is actually very respectable. On God, on God. And trust me, the more you do these kind of videos, the more hate you're going to get. But I say continue to do what you do because there's genuinely a lot of people who genuinely, truly appreciate when people do this stuff.